Teutonic Knights, it was the Templars. The Templars were cultists. The Teutonic Knights were actually the most religious group I've ever seen. That the Templars claimed they were. They actually had the same quote, love the sinner, not the sin. Because a lot of them were sinners. In a way.
Not a lot, all.
Not a lot, you know, half.
If we're going off of what the, like you said, you're a Christian, what the Christian Bible goes off of, everyone's a sinner except one person.
God. And Jesus.
But, well, he is still, you know, the same person as God.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe God split himself into three. Because he did say there's another. The Holy Spirit, or what the Catholics call it, the Holy Ghost. Ghost is quite a bad word, actually. Ghost kind of means, in a way, to intend harm. And the Father does not intend any harm. I call him Father because he's more of a dad, since he calls us children. That's how I think of it and see it as. Oh, hi. But, get this. They were also the ones that made the Catholic religion. But it wasn't mostly for the Catholic religion, it's just mostly so they can keep track and look after the cities while they were gone.
Mm-hmm.
They knew the Pope, or whatever they set up, the Cardinal. It was the Cardinal first. Then it became the Pope. They set up the Cardinals up, but the thing was, they knew that they would betray them. So that's why I think the Bible is coded. I mean, half of the Bible has been destroyed. I mean, what we have is just bits and pieces. I mean, John, they had to put John into 3 other books because they couldn't find a lot of his. A lot of them had what they said, a lot of burn marks on them. But here's also another thing. Back then, a lot of the Bible pieces were locked up in Muslim countries. I guess where they left to. Because they found them in pots. And they shared their knowledge. They weren't afraid of it. So the Muslims had it more than Jews and the Christians, that I think. Because the Catholics weren't sharing. But then the laws came in from horrible leaders, by the way, who don't know how to lead anything, to stop reading. Those who have the knowledge will be executed.
I'm so pleased Osiris has brought you to me, his most faithful servant.
Considering how you revere a man who questions everything, I'm surprised how well faith serves you.
And what wasn't read at the time was used for burning. So that's another thing. There's a huge library in the desert near Jerusalem. I would like to go to visit there. With old scrolls and stuff of the past.
Now see, that doesn't surprise me.
Huh?
You like having knowledge.
An accurate knowledge from the past, not this crappy, oh wow, maybe treasure hunter crap. Because it's always half-half. I don't like half. I want all of it. And I know the Pope will not ever let you have any pass into his library. It's pretty much the same as those crystals. The paper would melt or just disintegrate in your hands because of the oils and the oxygen we carry. It's bad for the material. It's almost impossible to get anywhere near that knowledge. And I feel so bad that the Pope and his stupid cardinals have more of the knowledge than anybody else. In a way, it's their tactical advantage.
Here it is. Well, I'm ready if you are.
It's disgusting. Oh, I would like to also visit Italy because all the buildings are old. And they haven't even been touched they haven't even been touched by the Nazi and during World War II, actually. The buildings there are still how they were, even after World War II. And one. Well, one probably screwed it, kinda, but they rebuilt everything back to normal. Most of it. Actually, I don't even think Italy has ever been destroyed. In any of those wars, so that's another thing I would like to see. Their buildings have these ancient, well, they're pretty old, really old inscriptions on them that are in Latin. And they lead to, well, they're puzzles, but, you know, back then a lot of them, were cults. There was cults going all around. I don't know which cults they were. But I'd probably be like Osiris and go around checking everything out. There's only one problem with that, though.
What?
There's some kind of monsters in the catacombs. I'm not lying about that either. There's something down there. Monsters are real. They're even mentioned in the Bible. So,
from different timelines are converging on Mercury. That's bad.
Thank you. I don't know what I would have done if Osiris.
I thought you were already in here.
In return, the followers of Osiris can help you revive.
They found a tape down there in the catacombs of someone that wandered into the wrong tunnel, I guess.
I will notify the followers.
He dropped his camera, but he was never seen again.
We can prepare for Osiris's return. All of the lost prophecies are coming to pass. I'm finally going to meet Osiris.
There's even some cursed islands that have some prophecy to them. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know you could do that. Well, I'm gonna watch you die because that will kill you.
GG.
Yeah. There's something down near Earth's core. It's not human, that's for sure. Because when you find the wrong tunnels, you always see these things. Which concerns me. But then again, like I said, the Pope is the only one with the knowledge. But also, you can find out more about these from these really, really old. I hate to say this because I don't know if you're gonna take it wrong or not. Please don't. It's from these magic books, actually. Yeah, a lot of them are kind of confusing. Because a lot of it requires a prayer to something else, which I'll never do. If anything, I know we have these abilities to do these things on our own. That we call it magic, but it's something else. It's not... Well, it's also a part of everything, and it's also part of you, spirit-wise, but you have these abilities. And we just don't know how to use them. That's as best as I can clear that up. If anything, I think these magic books might know how. The Bible does say not to use magic in a sense, but Jesus did say something saying that not to use black magic, and black magic to me is the only thing I can think of is using magic on another person for
Hawthorne scouts surveyed that area in the Red War.
no, like torturing someone in a horrible way, like voodoo. That is not acceptable. Now, if you're helping someone with magic, like what we did now with medicines, that is in a form of medicine, and chemistry as well. Well, those ain't bad. It's just a different form. I think I'm the only one who gets that underlying sense of that.
So, are the followers all as
but what are you what is your thoughts about that?
Yes. They follow the idea of Osiris.
With the whole magic thing?
Yeah.
But they're our best chance to revive Sagira.
Oh, sir, I'd rather not. In that aspect, it's like better safe than sorry.
Yeah. You know, you're really safe as long as you don't pray. As long as you don't pray to someone else. You pray to someone else, you're just pretty much dead. I don't know, you says God. If you do that.
Pray to what?
If you were ever to pray to someone else who goes, I don't know you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that. You can amplify your abilities through crystals, and there are some that can help with that. It's just a little tricky. I mean, Tesla was working on something like that. Oh, Tesla and what's that guy's name? The guy that made the gramophone. Mark Twain. There's even the one that made the first
Osiris would say it's a trial.
electronic lamp. They're in the 16... Was it 16? No. 1800s? Yeah. I have no idea why those are still going off. I went right past them. Whoa! Hey! Do not spawn in my face, you brat!
Me?
No! The enemy! He spawned right in front of my face. Ah.
Somebody's coming through. Roadkill!
Yep.
It really is just a radio tower. And the Fallen got here first.
That's what faith in Osiris gets you.
What's that weird noise? Stop. Stop. I don't know how to find this thing. What? How'd you do that? Where'd you go?
I guess joining ours.
Who?
Don't tell me it closed. I'm sorry. I'm push up ahead for you.
I don't know where this is. My boyfriend said it was right behind it somewhere, down.
Yeah.
What? Man, it doesn't help me when I don't know where to go.
Let me take a closer look. This is heavily modified Vex tech. I've never seen anything like it before. Let me try something. Wait. Something's happening. What is
going on? Whoa! New shell. Who? Did you actually just put me in a strange machine you've never seen before? Who does that?
Sagira.
Ikora. Great. Glad you're still around. Look, we've got to move. Right now. Osiris is in over his head as usual, and I need to... Wait, where are we? Who are you? Oh, never mind. We've got to get to Mercury.
Oh, what?
And don't worry about your ghost. We're sharing right now. He'll be back.
You are rude. Ow. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. That was hot. Well, to be honest, science and religion are both in pseudoscience in a way. Can't be seen, cannot exactly be proven, but it somehow works. But those are the only two that really does work. The rest of the pseudoscience, a lot of it cannot be proven. I wonder what I can name it if I somehow find a different branch for pseudoscience like those two.
And it terrified him. Nothing terrifies him. We need to find him.
Osiris could be anywhere. Put in the wrong coordinates and you'll never find your way out.
I wanted to turn around.
Do it. Osiris is in there protecting the rest of us from the Vex. He needs us. He needs me. And we're going to find him.
What time is it? Well, it's early. Good. Don't want to be like midnight somewhere.
Don't worry, it's only 10.
Uh-huh. Man, this was a lot more scarier on the Halloween event, I tell you.
Why?
It just was. Everything spawning and disappearing on you like it does in the simulation room. And it was all dark, so the only flashlight you had was your ghost.
Ghost.
That's why it was scary.
Well, naturally.
Osiris has adapted some of the technology of the forest to his own purposes. We're going to run into his reflections. They're copies of himself, made so he can explore multiple pathways at once. And yes, I am aware that it makes Osiris seem like an egomaniac. But don't worry.
Yes.
Huh. Let's see which. I don't really understand why they find it funny and cool just to have a few. I don't know what to say for the right words. For a lot of these creatures that are mentioned in the Bible or in these magic books, I don't find it interesting that they make shows for them.
Hero, you shouldn't be here. You brought someone new with you. Guardian down.
Who? Oh, her? Get this. She's a friend of Ikora's.
Osiris sent you away for your own safety. Your presence here puts everything at risk.
Well, guess what? He needs me.
New timelines are expanding. We must create reflections to explore them. It's almost too late.
It doesn't look like I know where I'm going, does it?
You are going the right way, sir.
I know. Doesn't look like I've done this before, huh?
You actually look the opposite. You look like you have went here before and done this before.
Sarcasm.
I didn't hear
Behold,
a tone
the
with that, so I
infinite
couldn't
forest.
understand.
Planet-sized prediction engine, simulating trillions of realities in parallel, all geared towards a single vexed purpose.
Oh, so slow, so slow.
Keep going. You'll see.
The Vex are simulating reality in here, brute forcing the future. And before you ask, everything in here is real enough to kill you. Sometimes the forest blocks a path. Eliminate the daemon controlling the local simulation, and the door should open.
One behind us. My mom watches this show Supernatural, and this is why the thought came up to my head of us making shows for monsters. There's a guy in there that doesn't seem like an angel either, who is supposed to be acting like an angel but doesn't know anything about God or anything, apparently. Because the roles for those angels are really bad. Makes them look bad. Where am I? Out of them all, though, the most interesting would be, I would say, Dracula. He was an interesting guy. In a sense, but then again, he was one of those sinners in the Teutonic Knights that I was talking about. That's why I find him interesting. Well, I can't say I'm working with him, but I am doing a study like him of the nations. He's doing more of the research of Germany, though. And I would have to say some of his stuff is kinda off. And I have to find proof in order to tell him that it's wrong, but I'm having a bit of a problem doing so.
Down.
Yeah, I died that way too earlier. It made no sense to me. Me, truthfully, the only reason I'm researching the other countries is because I wonder how our languages kind of came to be and how they evolved. It's more of the language barrier. Science
First,
to it.
I'll show you where it all began.
I don't know what to branch it off as, though.
Mercury. Untold centuries ago, before the Vex arrived.
I'm sorry. I go way into depths with my studies. It's kind of hard not to talk about them sometimes.
Here the Vex planted the seed that became the infinite forest. And it's mine. Panoptes. Panoptes has a single purpose. Reshape reality for the Vex. And only the Vex. All this started with a single Vex. Will it end with the arrival of a single Guardian?
Now I see why he's made so many new reflections.
Yes, we've tried and failed to prevent this outcome. Now, even our best efforts only slow it. But you must see for yourself.
Oh, don't worry, we'll just run and gun.
Tell me, Guardian, were you there when the Traveler roared?
Oh, you're lucky.
The living Traveler changes everything.
I wasn't here for a second ago.
Now many things have been set in motion. Cyrus wrote the lost prophecies to warn the other Guardians. They sent him away. You cannot exile
Ow.
the future.
Who's that? Oh, shoot. You're fast. I feel sorry for you suckers. Yeah, not really, actually. You guys deserve whatever you get. It's so funny when they go so fast that their gun drops so way later. How'd you get in front of me?
Jumping.
Oh. Are you getting tired, by the way?
Are you?
Kinda.
Must find and stop the night.
I was gonna say, you kinda sound like
But none
it.
of us have discovered a timeline where we succeed. This is what it looks like when we fail. This is the future the Vex want.
The lighthouse!
Neither light nor darkness exists anymore. The sun's warmth is gone. All life. That was before you.
Yeah, my boyfriend tried the same thing.
You can stop this.
Whoop!
Every timeline we've tracked leads here. We must destroy Panoptes to prevent this dark future.
Guardian down.
Panoptes! He's found us!
Guardian down.
Where are you? Oh, you're down there.
No!
Thought you would be right beside me.
Important than any of us now.
This is bad. Really, really bad. We need to work together, all of us. You, me, Osiris, Ikora. If we don't stop Panoptes, you've seen what happens.
I need to find a program, but
Ikora, you there?
I have a problem with putting my studies on a computer, because every time I put it on a computer, it somehow gets corrupted.
In trouble. We all are. I'll explain everything on our way back to the
It's like it's not meant to be there. I can't put any of my studies into a computer, because a lot of them are from the Bible. This is why I am afraid to put my Bible on anything electronic, or put something electronic on top of it, because it fritzes out afterwards. Yeah. And the only thing that made me religious was the only thing I've been kind of talking about, the monsters. Or the weird incidents that have been happening. They creeped me out enough when they controlled my PS1. That was a long time ago when I was just a little girl. They somehow created a game on their own. But what happened to your game character happened to you. And if you didn't finish the game in a certain time limit, well, I didn't want to figure that out, so I tell you, I was very stressed. And somehow I managed to beat the game. It was really stressful. I'd said I turned it off, but the thing was I couldn't turn it off. Even if I unplugged it, it would not turn off. It was still on.
Interesting.
And I couldn't leave my room. My room was actually locked. I was so terrified. After I won the game, I won I guess a prize, and it turned out to be something big, looked human, but was all black. I was like, shit, hide in the corner, or cover yourself in bed, and pray. With a blanket over your head. Because I didn't want to see that.
I don't blame you.
My door was still locked after that, so I was just in my bed praying, face in my pillow. It took my blanket and my pillow away. The only thing I had was my bed. My face was face first in the bed. And prone with my knees pretty much to my gut. I was so scared. I didn't stop praying until it was morning.
The Red Wall.
I looked around and it was gone. This is why I say night bad, day good. This is why I think I stay up all night, to be honest. That terrified me enough to scar me.
So, it's the end of everything. I thought after the Red War we'd get a bit of a break. I'm not giving up yet. If nothing else, the Vex are methodical. They'd have a schematic of the forest, a map, and that map will show where Panoptes is. There's only one place they could possibly store that much data. The Pyramidion on Io.
Well, if you're getting tired,
Be well.
go to sleep.
Walk in the light.
Yeah. Thing is, I can't see it anymore, but I know it's still around.
You just never quit, do you? Took out Gaul.
That's a
Take
little
care
bit
of
of my
yourself,
problem
okay?
with it. I don't know what it is. Only reason why I know it's still around was because well, my sense of essence of someone's presence is pretty spot on. That's one way of saying it. I can sense it. It's just really hard to kind of ignore it.
Watch your back out there, sister.
And I really kind of want to resist the urge of sleeping at night when it's still around. Because I remember feeling it, putting it, its hand right beside me on my pillow when I was facing the wall.
The Red War left us without a vital necessity. Our forge.
And I felt the pressure go down all the way to the bed.
Our operation has all but ceased.
He was leaning over me as I was trying to sleep.
Despite our best efforts. If you truly covet our wares, then understand.
Intriguing.
I did not like that.
Very much like our forge back.
I don't blame you.
And Guardian, if you would return.
I woke up one night, scared the absolute shit out of me. Someone was sitting on my bed. I think it was the same guy.
I'll be here.
But this time he had a robe on. He just turned his head just the tiniest bit. I pretended I was asleep because I was so scared. I thought if it wasn't him, I thought it was some kind of messed up person that just sneaks up in someone's house and, you know, watches you as you sleep. That's not the case.
Don't waste this. Be smart with this.
That was not the case. The more I saw the evidence, because I checked the door, nothing. The only thing I could think of that could have done that was him. And he's done it again. This time it was with the front door of the house in broad daylight. Because the reason why I say it's probably him is because there was no one there. But the screen door was unlocking. I thought it was my dad, so I walked up and got off my seat and just seen the door. There's no one there as this was happening. Second time it happened, my mom checked. Still no one. We went outside to look if anyone was around. No one. Yeah. Yeah, but the time when he was right on my bed, sitting on the side of it, I pretended that I was asleep, closed my eyes and everything. He actually made me, he forcibly made me sleep. Man. Oh god, that was so scary. So this is why I think I take naps too much.
Possible.
And I think it's also the reason why I can't sleep too. That thing, I think, slaps me awake somehow. I don't feel a slap, but I just snap awake and I cannot go back to sleep. And here's the funny bit. I haven't slept in some days, and then I try to go to sleep. I must sleep. Get 20 minutes of sleep. Because this thing wakes me up. That's the most frustrating thing ever with this thing. It's like, leave me alone. Don't you know not to leave someone mess with someone else's sleep? I ask my parents to wake me up at certain times, but I'm blacked out on some of the times where they said I was cursing at them or whatever when they try to wake me up, so it's not a waste to wake me up anymore. So I know it's not them waking me up.
Are you sure there's a map of the Infinite Forest here?
If the Vex are trying to reshape the future, the Pyramidion is part of the plan. The map has to be here.
I didn't think that would happen.
I know a trick with that conflux.
Yes, I did. But it was funny, wasn't it?
Brace yourself for the Vex welcoming party. Or not.
With me, you get the shortcuts.
Wee, barrel roll.
Okay. On the best of terms.
You led the group that exiled my guardian. I didn't like it. But people weren't ready to hear what Osiris was saying back then.
It wasn't just his prophecies. He never understood there was more to being a warlock than being the smartest person in the room.
Osiris has changed. You are still the same by-the-book Ikora I remember.
I'm not so sure about that. Losing my light was revealing. I see now I need to be more than I was. Maybe we all do.
Nope, can't summon this. Okay. And to be honest, I think this is why I would rather die than go to a really pitch black room. Because I can see them better in the dark. Which is the most scariest thing ever.
Great.
I don't know how that's possible, to be honest. Usually when you're in a pitch black room, you can't see shit.
Data from the forest. I've got the location of a conflux.
I was expecting a smack.
Screw you, I don't intend to do that on purpose. I was fully surprised when I blew up in my speeder. Oh, how did I miss? It went right through him. Hey, you.
Calculations are ready. All you gotta do is jump through the hoop.
Can I get this? No? I'm full. Okay.
Can you get what?
Well,
I was
that
gonna
didn't
max
work
out
as
my
well as
ammo.
I expected.
The Sagira I knew would never admit to anything less than Osiris level perfection.
Guardian down.
Akora, here's a secret. No one has ever lived up to Osiris's reputation. Not even Osiris.
What? Well, I'm guessing you mean the other versions of Osiris, I guess. That's the only way that can make sense. Or he doesn't think things through all the time, I don't know.
Guardian down.
Oh look, all the money! Ow, what the heck is hurting me? That's you. Oh.
I can tell that the
How was I
complex is
taking
somewhere
damage
nearby,
from that though?
But the Vex must be cloaking it.
You wall?
Yeah!
Sorry.
We've got incoming.
I was confused too. I was like, what's happening? Ow, that's hurt. And to be honest, my family truly does believe me about that because when they came into my room, they saw a scared girl on their bed, petrified. And they always kept on coming in my room because they knew I saw something. Because I always screamed for them whenever that thing showed up. When I was a little girl.
There we go.
And, so they got me a nightlight. I cannot sleep without any light whatsoever.
Wait, I've got something. Coordinates for a node in the Infinite Forest. That's where our map is.
Guardian down.
Ooh. You died right on top of me. What happened?
I killed myself.
Yeah, how? You died like exactly on top of me.
I fell in a hole.
Oh. Game is glitching out then because on my screen you were on top. Never mind.
have reports of Red Legion activity on Mercury. Survivors from the Almighty.
Survivors, huh? Let's finish the job.
You ready for this?
I'm ready. My sister takes my bed too. I can't sleep without my bed. It's the softest thing.
Coordinates locked. Let's get to that node. Then we can use the map to find Noctis and stop the Dark Future.
You don't have to shoot that thing. That fireball does it all by itself, I swear.
Okay, find another gateway and I can get us to the node.
I probably might go back and get some crackers and fish on me dip.
Osiris's reflections must be searching for Panoptes too. Even if he makes a million copies of himself, I don't think he'll find it in time. We need that map.
Oh, I fell off. Well,
I won't be able to get to you in time anyways.
yeah, I know. I wasn't paying attention to where I was going at that time.
I'm just running right through, so...
Oh. Well, I'm picking these guys off. I got 2 good gear because of it. Music here near is weird. I'm getting more and more of the sense this thing also does not like me either.
Why?
Cause I think he's the one who's been invading my dreams. And every single vision I've had, I have always died. He likes putting my mind against me, that's for sure. Or, well, he likes also isolating me too. Somehow.
I feel bad for you.
Yeah. Just, I don't know what I did to make this thing angry at me.
This
Quite frankly,
the simulation of the recent
scared the living crap out of me.
The Vex must be testing
Quite a natural reaction when something pops out of your own TV. I only game for the fun of it, not for that. Nope. That was weird.
Guardian, down.
You still play with your friend?
Yep. This bow does a lot of damage. This is why I say I like the bows.
Finally caught up, huh?
Oh yeah, I was up there. I was just covering you. Oh jeez.
Yep, you're not gonna make it, try to make it!
Nope, I don't. I hate this one. How did you make that?
I'm a Titan. I can make anything.
Actually, my boyfriend's a Titan. He couldn't make that jump.
Again, I'm a Titan. I can make anything. It's
Okay.
all about timing.
I can already tell my mom's gonna hate that part. I have no idea. Yeah. I have absolutely no idea why that thing hates me. Why are these things halfway damaged? Did you ran right through this, didn't you?
Why, what's halfway damaged?
All these enemies that I'm going right by are all damaged somewhat.
New? It is a crossfire.
The Vex must know we're after the map. They're redirecting the Cabal to destroy it. We have to hurry.
Ooh, ooh, I almost fell off. Wow, what was that? I saw my arrow turn. That was cool.
Look at that, ahead of us. That has to be the map. The Infinite Forest is a doomsday machine, but when you see it like this, it's almost beautiful.
That was amazing.
That Minotaur is going to be trouble.
He won't be here for long, that's for sure.
And he's gonna be worse.
I'm running through.
He's going for the map. Hurry.
It's right in front of me, lady. Oh crap, I am so gonna die, sorry.
Heal, I gotcha.
All done. Let's get that map.
I got you too. Alright, there you go.
Same time.
Oh really?
Yep.
The map's too big. I can't search it fast enough. It changes constantly. I need more
Yeah, this takes a while.
You up for a hunting expedition?
Yeah. That is not funny when I'm not the hunter, I swear.
Guardian down.
And you're right there, okay.
Guardian down.
Whee! Aw. It stopped me during my suicide.